Recovery time. This has been called many things. A lot of times people call it timeout. But I think it's a time when we want to separate ourselves from our kids for a little while because of their behavior and put them in a place where they can recover and kind of get themselves back together again. Just like in any sport, coach calls a timeout just to change the energy of what's going on in the field. So that's what a recovery time is for us. So we want to have a place where kids can go into recovery in our house, where we know that they're safe. It starts with the playpen, before kids are even mobile, moving around, where if they're throwing a fit or if they're taking a swing at their mom or dad or something like that, we can just drop them in the playpen and say, a little recovery time coming up here. They only need to stay in there for a couple of minutes. We're just establishing that boundary and limit that this is a place where people get themselves back together. Sometimes parents can put themselves in recovery time for a few minutes, which is a good idea too when they feel themselves getting angry and cranked up. But I think kids can handle recovery time if it starts early and if it is really done with love. And if we can put our kids into recovery without being angry, that's a really important thing of it. So I think one of the most important aspects is to not wait till we're at the end of our rope before getting our kids into recovery. It could be that, are you going to be able to calm down, or would it be better for you to go into recovery for a couple of minutes? What would work better for you? And it could be if they just start jacking it up again, they've made their choice and you move them into recovery. You want to do that quickly and you want to do it with a minimum amount of effort. So recovery time, I would say to start with, know where you're going to do it. If you can do it in the same room so that they can get used to sitting in the same room with you in recovery, and then you can start moving towards having another place in your house. A lot of people worry about if we put our kids into recovery in their bedroom that they're going to think their bedroom is a place of punishment. That's not true. So much of it has to do with the way that they're put into recovery. If we can do that by singing a little song, by being joyful when they're going into recovery, they'll know that it's not a punishment, it's just an opportunity for them to get it back together. It can work in such a beautiful way and keep our relationship intact.